In episode 44, iPiffle on God's existence part 4, and on God versus scientific fact, and why free will might not be the only determinant of our afterlife. As man's history has progressed through the centuries, supernatural explanations have continually evolved and been replaced by scientific facts. The setting of the sun, thunder, lightning, and various ancient plagues are but a few examples. These phenomena and many others were once mistakenly explained by religion. Religious leaders throughout the centuries have misled their followers and worse. Given the fact that so many false beliefs have been explained by science throughout the years, what is the likelihood that these things that are still unknown to us can be explained only by the supernatural? Mankind has always turned to God and religion for explanations of those phenomena that frighten and unnerve him or are beyond his ability to comprehend and explain. As his knowledge and understanding of the universe has grown, more and more things that were once attributed to deities have now been explained naturally. Therefore, as man's knowledge continues to evolve, fewer things are being attributed to God. In this respect, the perceived power of God has been slowly diminishing over time. But people still turn to God and religion because science cannot yet explain such things as, does man possess a soul? And what becomes of us after our death? We are still compelled to turn to God for the very same reasons as if we've done so in the past, out of ignorance and fear. Very few people will take the time throughout their lifetimes to carefully examine all the religions of the world. Overwhelmingly, people will adhere to and follow whatever religion they were exposed to by their parents from childhood. The fact that religious beliefs are so firmly ingrained in families and their communities, this strongly suggests that religion is supported and perpetuated by tradition and social pressure. Religion is less about individualism and spiritual faith and more about organizational commitment, which is all too often sustained by group intimidation and fear. Because it is known that our bodies will break down and decay after death, many people want to believe that we each possess an everlasting soul. And so various religions will tell us that our soul's afterlife is determined by our actions while we are alive on this earth. But is it entirely the virtue of our individual souls that are the determinant of our actions while we exist as mortal beings? And if this is the case, how do our souls interact with our bodies and minds to determine those actions? Science is beginning to unlock the mysteries of our brains. There is mounting evidence that suggests our behavior is a direct result of physical changes within our individual brain matter. If this is true, then the concept of free will, having been given to us by God, is a fallacy. Our actions have less to do with free will and are more likely the result of chemical changes within our brains, which then causes our minds to have conscious thoughts. If this is an accurate scientific explanation of how our minds work, then the real determinant of our characters are how these brain chemicals ebb and flow throughout the length of our lifetimes. Thank you for listening. I hope you will join me in my next video.